Will the new turn concerning the Ripple versus SEC case favor XRP? Moreover, XRP becomes one of most used smart contracts by this group of investors. We will be looking at how attorney John Deaton, amicus curiae in the Ripple case, dropped a poll on Twitter over the end result of the XRP lawsuit. Besides, XRP Ledger developers with specific ideas to be rewarded via new Ripple X program. Will this new launch on Ripple drive its price to $5? If this sounds like something of much interest to you, be sure to check out this new video starting now. Hello everyone and welcome to our channel, where we talk about the latest updates on XRP and the cryptocurrency world in general. If this is your first time watching one of our videos, we happily send you a special welcome. We invite you to hit on the notification bell so you never miss another video. We are announcing that this channel has a giveaway of 200 XRP. To stand the chance of participating, all you have to do is simply subscribe to the channel, like this video and comment with the hashtag XRP, and the winner will be announced on December 31st. The Ripple and SEC case continues to take new turns as it approaches settlement. Crypto-focused investment firm Paradigm Operations LP's application to join the case as an amicus curiae has gotten further backing from an interested attorney. Luis Renato Cohen, the co-founder of blockchain-focused law firm DLX Law, has filed a motion to appear as pro hac vice on behalf of the investment firm. Attorney James K. Fillon, a prominent XRP community influencer, first noted the development. Pro hac vice is a legal term for adding an attorney to a case in a jurisdiction where they are not authorized to practice. Cohen noted in his filing that he is a member in good standing with New York and DC bars. The filing adds that he is not facing any pending disciplinary action in any state or federal court, keeping with legal protocol. Paradigm first filed its amicus brief in November in a show of support for Ripple. An amicus curiae, also known as a friend of the court, is an individual or organization not a party to a legal dispute. The third party can assist the court by providing relevant information, expertise, or insight. Previously, lawyer Rodrigo Sira filed a motion requesting to appear as pro hac vice on behalf of Paradigm Operations LP in the case. Attorney Michelle Collin of Jenner and Block also filed a similar motion. Members of the XRP community have pointed out that the filings may have come too late. This is because they may no longer impact the judge's decision. Some opine that the filings may be stalling the case, which has already gone on for too long. Meanwhile, Ripple and the SEC have filed their final briefs requesting summary judgment in the case. The entire XRP community is focused on when presiding Judge Annalisa Torres will make her ruling on the case. Attorney Fillon has predicted that this ruling may come in around March 2023. If this ruling arrives in favor of Ripple, the community expects the price of XRP to skyrocket as investor confidence returns. The expectation is tied to the regulatory clarity that XRP will have with such an outcome. In contrast, an outcome favoring the SEC would largely enable the SEC to go after more crypto firms. XRP trades at around 36 cents, down 2.18% in the last 24 hours. According to data provided by WhaleStats, XRP was one of the most used smart contracts among the top 90 BNB holders yesterday. At one point, XRP turnover among this group of investors unexpectedly rose by 241.5%. In doing so, the asset gained 2% of the total, with BNB, BUSD, and various BNB chain wrap tokens traditionally accounting for a large share. Interestingly, the trend continued today, with XRP remaining in 6th place among BNB's most used smart contracts. Its usage fell 83% over the day, but it still has a chunk of 0.64% of the total. It was later reported by the same WhaleStats that XRP is in the top 10 purchased tokens among the 2,000 largest BNB whales today. The total supply of XRP on Binance Smart Chain is 277 million tokens, equivalent to a fully diluted market cap of $99.4 million. The number of holders of Binance Peg XRP, according to BSC Scan, is 254,895 addresses. Another encounter between XRP and BNB occurred on the margins of social media. Thus, XRP Ledger lead developer and Xumm Wallet author Wietse Wind stated that XRP is a stablecoin, as one XRP is directly equal to itself. The developer's controversial thesis was a kind of homage to the famous post by the head of Binance, Changpeng Zhao, who once stated that 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Bitcoin and then repeated the same about BNB. Please do not forget to subscribe to our channel and also hit that notification bell to be the first person to get more updates about the latest happenings as regards to XRP. The success of cryptos and blockchain technology has guided the exploration of central bank digital currency, CBDC, in the past couple of years. It is reported that 114 countries, representing 95% of the global GDP, are currently exploring CBDC. Out of this, 11 countries have fully launched a digital currency. The latest to join the list is Palau. The president of Palau, Sarangil Wietse Jr., disclosed details about the country's digitization and future embracement of blockchain in a recent interview with Bloomberg's Joanna Ossinger. In his submission, Wietse Jr. mentioned that the country is seeking to launch a CBDC and will collaborate with Ripple Labs in this groundbreaking initiative. This is something that we already mentioned in the channel and we were one of the first to know. The president said this is a new world for Palau, but we are excited to be part of it. One of the advantages that we have is we're small and hopefully we can mobilize our government and be more adaptive to the changes that need to be made in this fast-changing environment. The country has recently received recognition from key figures in the blockchain industry, including Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao, who recently visited them. It is reported that Wietse Jr. and CZ discussed how they could collaborate on the digital program and also use Binance Pay to create digital payments. Ripple Labs predicted in a study last month that stablecoins will gain a huge adoption in 2023 as more institutions and investors seek to embrace them. Things may be more interesting with its cross-chain capabilities. Wietse Jr. believes that their small size could make it easier to integrate digital assets into its financial sector. Palau is made up of 340 islands with a population of 18,059. Our small size is one of our advantages since it should make it easier for us to mobilize our administration and respond to the reforms needed in this fast-changing environment. The president of Palau also disclosed a recent virtual meeting with Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin to discuss the possibility of opening an RNSID ecosystem to the developer community. Wietse Jr. also understands that the CBDC effort is symbiotic with the private or decentralized crypto ecosystem and could even compete with each other. The president further stated that the country has no established central bank, however, they use USD as the official currency. The collaboration with Ripple is to fulfill its goal of having a USD-backed stablecoin to move a step forward to its own CBDC. Stablecoin is largely considered for several benefits including lower cost, real-time, safe, and more competitive payments. Regulators have also sought to introduce a legal and economic framework to control any possible risk associated with stablecoins and cryptos in general. Ripple, XRP, is currently trading at 36 cents and has chances of hitting $5 in the short term. Moreover, the long-running legal battle between the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, and Ripple is heading toward the much-anticipated summary judgment. Both parties are done with submitting all the briefs regarding the summary ruling. Meanwhile, XRP Lawyer has announced dropping a prediction around the case ending. John Deaton, amicus curiae, and XRP holders lawyer dropped a poll on Twitter over the end result of the XRP lawsuit. In the poll, he gave out two options: settle or goes to verdict. Till now, around 13,000 individuals have voted in the poll. However, 60% of them are looking out for the settlement to happen in the XRP lawsuit. XRP Lawyer mentioned that he will be giving out his 2023 prediction when the poll ends. He added before drawing any conclusions on the XRP lawsuit, he will be reading some of Judge Torres' other summary judgment rulings. This will help him to gain some more insights into Judge's ruling. However, Deaton claimed that Senator Jack Reed and his office refused to engage with the XRP holders, which have been victimized by an overreach of the SEC. He asserted that the senator was sitting on the banking committee and still refused to make basic inquiries to assist. The crucial XRP lawsuit is awaiting a summary judgment. Meanwhile, the SEC has again brought up the Hinman emails in its latest submission. However, the commission has already lost all its assertions over the speech-related docs and emails. The SEC has urged the court not to make the memos public as it believes that they would be foreclosed from making such argument in the future. Now, down to the latest, RippleX, the Ripple branch responsible for developing XRP Ledger and supporting ecosystem developers, has launched a new cash giveaway program, but with definitive conditions. So, XRPL Bounties, which is the name of the new program, involves rewarding those developers who propose new specific ideas for XRP Ledger. It all starts with a proposal, which then goes through a series of reviews and evaluations and will be available for implementation to all willing developers, but only if they meet compliance requirements. When all submissions have been considered, and once the idea has been implemented, all those who participated will be able to claim the payment. A total of 5 bounties have been opened so far, where the most popular one concerns the creation of a proof of attendance infrastructure, which would allow an NFT on the XRP Ledger to confirm attendance at any event. Of the interesting and unusual bounties now open for discussion is the integration of Unreal Engine 5, an advanced gaming engine. As conceived by the author, this will allow game developers to incorporate XRP Ledger functionality into their product, and for players to use that same functionality in games created on the Unreal Engine. For example, it is the engine that has recently been running the popular multiplayer shooter Fortnite on the PlayStation 5 console. So we come to the end of this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please make sure you like the video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. This really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Also, you can help enlighten others just like you have been enlightened by sharing this video to as many people as possible. Let's get this news everywhere, guys. If you are a true cryptocurrency fan, don't miss any of our content. See you tomorrow to talk about the latest news that concerns us all as a community.